Hey guys, what is up? So got a new Samsung Galaxy? Well, that's pretty cool because even I've got one. This is the latest 2021 edition Samsung Galaxy M21. And today in this particular video, we're going to talk about how to properly set it up. And at this point of time, you might be wondering, well, what in the world, Zen? Do we actually need to see a guide on how to set up the phones? That should be a child's play, right? So just turn it on, keep hitting next, and we'll be done in no time. Actually, no, guys. Stay with me through the course of this video and I'll tell you why. And this guide is going to be applicable to pretty much any latest Samsung Galaxy Edition phone out there. And if you don't follow this guide meticulously, then what will happen is that your phone will be bombarded with tons of adware and bloatware and notifications and God knows what. So it is imperative that you watch this guide entirely without skipping, and hence you will be able to enjoy the clean, clutter-free experience that you always wanted. By the way, this new blue color is pretty cool. What do you think, guys? Let me know in comments below. So let me bring this camera a little bit closer and let's begin this video. Alright, so the first time around when you turn it on, the interface is going to look something like this. Here you can select the language. So I'm going to go with English UK because English India is not yet available. So this is what I'll keep. I'll click OK and now I'll hit start. Alright, so here it is saying that insert a SIM card, blah blah blah, and there are a few tick boxes for you to agree. And generally here the grime mistake to do would be to just go here and do next. Actually, that is not what you want to do. See, this is the common mistake which a lot of people do. So what we'll do is we'll just remove this check mark, and as you noticed over here, these three things are optional. You don't need them, right? So this is sending of diagnostic data, this is information linking, and this is marketing information. And guys, if you don't know what is marketing information, it is just a softer word for ads, right? We don't want that. So what I'll do is I'll do the bare minimum, which is this is the license agreement and the privacy policy, and lo and behold, the next button is now active. So we did not actually need to have all of these three enabled. So let's hit next, and after that it is okay. Hang on. Okay, so here what it is saying is that you should connect to a Wi-Fi and so on, but here I'm not going to give it any kind of Wi-Fi. I'll just give it a skip, and here again it is asking to copy apps and data. I'll be going with the don't copy option over here. All right, and here it is trying to set things up, and it is brought this new screen over here, and this is regarding Google services, and by default all of this is on. And what I'll do is the exact opposite of this thing. I'll simply turn all of them off. So we don't want a location yet. And not to worry, guys, if you turn something off and if you feel like, oh, later I want these services, you can always go into the settings menu and then turn them on. But for now, for a cleaner experience, we are just going to turn everything off, and that will also help enhance the battery life a little bit. So sending of diagnostic data, again, I need to turn that off. And here is one thing which cannot be turned off. This is install updates and apps. So sadly there's no slider over here, you cannot turn it off, but we turn these things off. And here I have this accept button, and before hitting this accept button, if you want to read any of these privacy policies or the terms of service, then you can click on these things and read them. Of course you'll need an internet connection for that to work. So here I'm just going to go with the accept, and here it is asking you a variety of methods to protect your phone. So currently I'm just going with the skip option, but if you want to register your fingerprint or something, you can do it over here. So with that done and said, here comes the tricky bit, and guys, I suggest you watch this thing very carefully. So here it has already started recommending apps to us, and the first thing is this smart tutor, and there is something like this. This is the Samsung shop. This cannot be sadly removed at this point, but in the future I'll tell you how. So I have unticked this mark and I'm going to hit next. All right, so here it is asking us to create a Samsung account, and you can do that using email or phone number. I don't have one. Thankfully there's a skip option over here, so I'm going to skip. And as soon as we hit the skip button, the phone becomes a little bit cranky and it starts saying that, oh, your themes are not going to work if you don't link it with a Samsung account. Well, not to worry guys, you can always do that later. So what we are going to do is hit skip at this moment. Okay, so here it says that we are all set up, and trust me guys, we are not. So I'll hit the finish button over here, and then it takes a bit of time to bring the next screen. And here, right, this is what I was telling you. So it is not done with all the annoyances yet. All right, so what is it doing is, okay, go away man. Yeah, okay, so that is how you remove that nag over there. And here what it is saying is get access to exclusive Samsung services, and it is automatically going to enable all of these things. And if you look very carefully, there are no tick boxes on these things. You cannot turn them off, and this is a very very sneaky design on the part of Samsung. So what you have to do is we have to go down here, and here let me focus on this text. I hope you can read this thing. So there is this a little bit of bold text over here. What we need to do is we need to click on this bold text, and lo and behold, suddenly there are tick boxes available for us to select. So what I'll do, of course, which Samsung did not want us to do, I'm just going to remove all of these things. So let's start by unchecking all of these tick marks. So I'm going to remove my Galaxy Store. I'm going to remove all of this, the Discover tab. All right, so I removed all of this thing. I'm going to hit apply, and here interestingly the done button is now replaced by a skip button, and this is the part where we skipped most of the adware and bloatware. And here I'm going to go with the skip option. All right, and here finally we are at the desktop. This is the first boot up of this Samsung Galaxy M21. All right, so we are at the desktop. I have connected the Wi-Fi and it updated a few apps, and here it is. And at this point of time, you might be thinking that, well, Zen, that was a nice video. I'll just hit a like and silently leave from here. You can see over here that Samsung is more than eager to offer a few recommendations. So let's check them out. So here it is saying that finish setting up your Galaxy M21. So let's see what Samsung is trying to offer over here. So here it is saying getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. We don't have those many, so I'm going to skip a little bit forward to save your time. So here we are on a screen which says copy apps and data. I don't want that, so I'll be going to don't copy. And here it's again taking a bit of time checking information. And here it is asking for the Google sign in. So you can put your ID over here and start using it like that. With all of that done and said, and with the Google account finally signed in, it's time to get back to business. So there are a few annoying bits over here. So there's this little widget which is glance on Samsung. So you can just hold it and you can remove it. Plus there's this annoying bit over here at this site. So this is a bit of like a news feed or something, but I don't need it. So what we are going to do is we are going to turn all of this annoyance off. So for that, what we need to do is click on any empty area of the screen. So here we press and hold, and here we have to hit settings. So in this settings menu, what we need to do is turn off this discover feature, this thing over here. So that goes over there. And here sadly we can see that this annoying screen is still over here. So again what we need to do is press and hold over here, scroll a bit on these home pages and turn it off from here. So now this page will be completely gone, and now you can just scroll it around and it won't mess up with your workflow. So what remains? What remains are these annoying apps that have been pre-installed. Even after we unchecked all of the stuff which was possible, it still installed all of these things. So what I'll do is I'll just hold on them and I'll start by hitting the remove button. So let me do that with all of these apps. So by sliding up, we are here at the main apps drawer, and let's see what else we can debloat. So this is the Samsung internet browser, and I always use Opera for my uses. So we can safely uninstall this thing. So here it goes. And what else can we do? So any of these Google apps, if you don't use them, you can uninstall them, and some of them you can disable them. So there it goes. Here are a few Microsoft apps if you like to keep them, but I'd prefer I'll remove them. So here I uninstall them. OneDrive, if you don't use it, you can disable it. Some of them cannot be removed entirely, you can just disable them. So that is that. And here there are a few more bloatware. So here is this Samsung members kind of thing. This is sort of like a service platform kind of thing, so you may want to keep it, but for now I'm just going to uninstall it like this. Then there's this Galaxy Store, which always throws up a lot of notifications and things. So you cannot completely actually remove this thing. There's no disable button, but you can at least prevent all of those annoying notifications and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to go into notifications. Here it says that notifications are allowed. I'm just going to turn them off like this, so it won't annoy you further. So that was one thing. Again, Facebook, I don't use it, I don't need it, so I'm going to disable it. And coming further, there's something like Samsung Notes and things, game launcher. So if you don't need it, you can be removed. Plus there are a few apps which I'd like to uninstall. So here it goes like this. This thing called My Galaxy, I can disable it. There's this Samsung Max, let's disable it. And guys, if you disable something by mistake, you can always go into the settings. Over here you can go towards the apps option, and from here, from the apps option, what you can do is you can search for the apps which you have disabled, and then you can again turn them on. So not a whole lot of trouble if you disable something. Say for example, if you want to use Facebook, it has been disabled, you can go here and you can enable it. So let me quickly get rid of all of these extra apps, and then we can talk. App Cloud. Complete the device setup and tap to get started. So let's do it, and let's see what this thing brings up. And here it is again recommending some more apps to us. Discover and install great apps. Please continue to discover. And here it says allow Iron Source to install and make recommendations on new apps of interest. No, thank you. So I'll remove that thing. Hit continue. Here you can select something. I'll just try to confuse it. I'll hit next. I'm going to make myself appear really old. So let's do it. And here it is again trying to optimize something, and still it is suggesting that I install these apps. So here I'm just going to remove the tick boxes, all of them. No. Okay, so here I have removed all the tick boxes, and I have finally hitting the finish button. All right, and I'm going to bring a lot of detailed guides and reviews on this particular phone. So if you're interested in any of the latest smartphones, then make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And before parting ways, guys, I just have a small request with you. If you want to buy this phone, consider using my affiliate links from the description below. So I hope you will enjoy this clean and clutter free, or I can say ad free experience with your Samsung Galaxy. Take care and have a nice day, guys. Bye.